Kozler has done for his career. Elsewhere in the AFC East, old combatants, the Patriots and the Dolphins in Foxborough, where the Dolphins don't usually fare well.
Aha, you're correct. I know how you guys love stats and figures. You live for this kind of stuff. Okay, well, I went a little digging. Dating back to 1960, the Patriots haven't lost a home opener since 1979, and since 1966, Don Shula, 0-3 against the Pats on opening day. Pats coach Rod Rust, a defensive specialist, getting plenty of big plays. Late first quarter, Dolphins up 3-0, driving for more. Dan Marino overshoots his receiver. Ronnie Lippett takes off, goes 73 yards down the line before stepping out of bounds. That sets up a 22-yard touchdown pass from Steve Grogan to Irving Fryer. Dolphins still moving the ball well. Sammy Smith busts up the middle, goes for big yardage, but he is stripped from behind by Maurice Hurst, and the fumble is recovered by who? Ronnie Lippett. And Shula just can't believe what's happening. Late second, Steve Grogan makes them pay under pressure. Grogan finds Irving Fryer, makes the leaping catch. Great cutback. He's tackled at the 1. That set up a John Stevens 1-yard run. Yeah, Grogan country. 21-13 Pats at the half. Early third quarter, Grogan hits Fryer over the middle. You really can't tell, but Fryer gets twisted up there. Yeah, he's in pain. Fryer was taken off on a stretcher, but he later returned to the bench. Meanwhile, the Dolphins come back behind Sammy Smith. A 33-yard run, 23 carries, 159 yards in a day and a touchdown, a career high for yards. Dolphins trail 21-20. Late in the fourth, Dolphins staring defeat straight in the face, down 24-20. First and goal, Pat 7. Marino scrambles, finds Tony Page. Yes, for the touchdown. Dolphins lead 27-24. Pats fight back. 4th and 10. Grogan finds the rookie, Greg McMurray, for the first down. On third down, Grogan goes to Cedric Jones, but it's broken up by Tim McKyer. 4th down. What, you're going to try a 57-yard field goal attempt? Yeah, but as you might guess, it is just short. 27-24. Dolphins pick up the win. You're going on like this, like you can't believe it.
No, Marino had time and a half to throw that ball, but the Pats, they need snow on the field to defeat the Dolphins. Patriots at the Colts, and the Colts trying to say, "Nay, you can't beat us in the Hoosier Dome." But the Colts have had a problem winning their home opener. They've lost the last 4. Albert Bentley, but did he break the plane? Yes, they said, barely over. Dickerson's replacement, yeah, it was a good call. Touchdown, Colts lead 7-0. 53 yards for Bentley today. But the story of the day, the youngster, Jeff George, that's the little guy, and the big guy, Steve Grogan. George, in his second NFL game, looking for clearance for Dan, finds Maurice Hurst, first interception of George's career. Second quarter, George out of the shotgun, finds Maurice Hurst, his second interception of his career. Boy George on 3rd and 25, his third interception of his career. Ronnie Lippett picks it off. George, in and out of the hands of Rembert, caught by Freddie Marion, his 4th interception of his career. George's mistakes had more problems.
Well, George goes back here in the shotgun, and he's starting to get those nervous feet that you get as a rookie, but he'll learn.
He will learn. He's got the good arm, but a frustrating day for him. Meanwhile, Steve Grogan in his 147th game as a pro. On 3rd and 3, Knights one to Irving Fryer for 13 yards. Then Grogan takes the licking, but makes the pay for the first down. That was Banks on the hit. Grogan to Cedric Jones for a first down. Again, Grogan stands in, gets nailed by Donnell Thompson. Nobody ever questioned the heart of Steve Grogan. Do these hits bother him? No. On 3rd and 6, he hits Hart Lee Dykes. Dykes shows off some move. Flicked it and going to the end zone. We're tied at 7. Grogan on the day, 16 of 24 for a $187 and 1 touchdown, which you just saw. Maybe George was learning something after all. 2 minutes left in the game. The Colts down 16-7. Low snap in the shotgun, but he throws it deep to Billy Brooks. Where's the defense? Brooks takes it in. Colts in the ball game, trailing by 2, 16-14. But the big bucks for Jeff George wasn't enough to prevent Ron Meyer for losing to the man that used to be his defensive coordinator, Rod Rust. The final, the Patriots beat the Colts by the count of 16-14. Two interesting notes, and we congratulate Rod Rust with his first victory as a pro football head coach, or as an... Back to NFL primetime. Maybe, Robin, the Cincinnati Bengals got sick and tired of waiting to the fourth quarter to win. Maybe they liked the fact that Mark Wilson was starting instead of Steve Grogan for the Patriots. Whatever it was, wow.
What a game.
Yeah.
I think they really liked that Mark Wilson was in instead of Steve Grogan, and the Patriots have done well against Bengals in recent years. 5 of the last 6 times the Patriots have met the Bengals. The Patriots have come up with a victory, and Cincinnati, as Chris says, has had to rally late in the ball games to pick up their first 2 wins of the season. The Bengals looking for only their 4th 3-0 start. They were hungry. Mark Wilson making the start for the injured Steve Grogan. His first pass of the day. Yes, picked off by Lewis Phillips. A preview of things to come for Wilson. That set up a Jim Breach 46-yard field goal attempt. It is good. And it is good for an NFL record, having scored in 152 consecutive games. It's 3-0 Cincinnati. The Bengals will get the ball back, TJ.
Robin, it's a beautiful part of the game, forgotten by most quarterbacks. The great play fake by Boomer Esiason, and he hits Eddie Brown for the touchdown.
It's 10-0 Bengals. The Pats had offensive troubles all day. John Stevens with some room to run, but Solomon Wilcots would get his helmet in there, cause a fumble. Carl Zander recovers and returns it 40 yards. And that would set up yet another field goal attempt, but no, not this time. The holder, Lee Johnson, flips to Rodney Holman. 17-0 Bengals. Now, how'd they get away with it, Tommy?
Well, it's just a play fake, but they get a good block down outside. That allows them to turn the corner, allows Holman to turn the corner.
Rod Rust trying not to let this one get out of hand. Mark Wilson goes over for a chat, wants to know how to get back in the game. The answer, throw the ball. Okay, Wilson, trouble tossing to John Stevens. Ball is tipped. For Irving Fryer, not even close. Wilson for Fryer again. Overthrown. How about to John Stevens? Underthrown. Wilson for Fryer throws a bit too high here, Tommy, and you really hate to see this happen.
Very fortunate that Irving Fryer was not severely injured here. He falls right on his head and shoulder, and he also gets his back bent. But the great athlete that he is, because no one has ever questioned his athletic talent, he got up and walked away from that.
Yes, you did just see that. A left-handed throw by Wilson. Things were so bad, he went to his left hand, and he completed the pass. 1 for 1 left-handed. Overall, yeah, not such a hot day for the Patriots and Mark Wilson, as Steve Grogan tries to do anything to stop the game. It's 41-7 is the final. The Bengals sacked Mark Wilson 6 times. Wilson 23 of 41 for 268 yards and was intercepted twice. As we showed you, Cincinnati's Jim Breach set an NFL record with his 46-yard field goal early in the first. Breach has scored in 152 consecutive games, breaking the record held by Minnesota's Fred Cox. Yepremian is 3rd on the list. Now back to the action. The Jets and the Pats. This was supposed to be a day to honor John Hanna. It didn't work out that way, though.
It's been a very difficult week this week. I regret very much the turmoil that in any way detracted from the honor you deserve.
Turmoil, well, that's an understatement, Victor Kayan. Sullivan Stadium drew half capacity. Lisa Olson, among one of the 36,000 up in the press box. She had her supporters, as this banner displays, and the whole week has left Mr. Kayan feeling a little bit queasy. After this game, Mark Wilson wouldn't feel so great either. Let's take a look at the powerful Patriot O. Wilson, a wobbly screen pass. Robbie Perriman, it's dropped. Irving Fryer gets by Tony Stargell. It's a good bit underthrown, and Fryer here gets hit, just simply drops it. Mark Wilson, understandably, is not too happy about what's going on, and neither is Victor Kayan. Watch James Hasty, perfect coverage of Fryer, and at the last second he knocks the ball away. So Wilson tries a screen pass, and Jeff Lagerman slaps it away. Get it out of here. How bad did it get? John Stevens tries a halfback option. Nice try. Kyle Clifton intercepts. This week, just not one for Victor Kayan and the Patriots. For Mark Wilson, 19 of 41, 184 yards, 3 interceptions. All right, so how did the Jets look? Not bad. Johnny Hector breaks through a gigantic hole And how about Jets rookie Blair Thomas? This run shows speed. How about that power? Yeah, 21-yard gain for the Jets. How about the other rookie, Rob Moore? You got it, makes the catch. Just simply runs away from Monty Lippett. A 69-yard touchdown strike. He had 175 yards on the day. And one more rookie, Brad Baxter, takes a little ride there from one of his blockers, and then he runs by everyone. 31-6 Jets. Little queasy. 37-13 is the final, but really, you can't really blame it too much on the controversy because the Patriots, I mean, they got blown out last week, 41-7 by Cincinnati. They're not a very good ball club.
Well, they were fired up, though, today with Victor on the sidelines. They played that way, and they may have more games like that with Grogan, the leading rated passer in the AFC, but with him sitting on the sidelines and Wilson in another story every time. AFC East, the Patriots, yes, the Patriots at home against the Seahawks. Leaves starting to turn the classic Foxborough shot. And a classic Foxborough play, a fumble! First play from scrimmage, John Stevens does it. Seattle recovers. They would have their lead at 19-3. But Garrett Barrett nails Dave Craig. Brent Williams, it's like Bo Jackson running out of the runway. There he goes. The Patriots would lead at 20-19. But in the fourth quarter, Mark Wilson looked good for a quarter. Dwayne Harper picks it up. Nice, Axe.
Mark Wilson, week by week, is redefining the parameters of football and aptitude.
3rd and 18. Craig to Jeff Chadwick. He hauls it in at the flag. Seahawks regain the lead, 26-28. Another touchdown. They go on to defeat the New England Patriots by the count of 33-20, and the Patriots are just wondering when this thing stops, and it's only early October. We'll update the late game. They were tied with the top of the AFC East, remain tied with them. The Buffalo Bills at the Patriots cover up, although at Foxborough, Steve Grogan was back, so there was hope. Except the first play from scrimmage, it is Mark Wilson imitation. Second play, John Stevens had 90 yards rushing, but he was stuffed by Bruce Smith. Marv Levy's squad has been a slow starter this year. In the first quarter, they've had only one touchdown. But watch Andre Reed right here. Is this beautiful or what? One-handed grab of the Kelly pass, pickup of 18. Same drive. Patriots blitz. Andre Reed gets the first down to the 3. The next play, Don Smith. Airborne, stays there by, yeah, it's a touchdown. 7-0 Bills. That was Don Smith. This is a more famous Bill, Bruce Smith, Tommy, as he handled Chris Gamble.
Well, Bruce, a force to be reckoned with in any game. Here he blows by Chris Gamble to sack Steve Grogan, and then on 2nd and goal, he's
As Herschel Walker, who has said
by Chris Gamble to sack Steve Grogan, and then on 2nd and goal, he stuffs John Stevens for no gain.
Which sets up a 3rd and goal. Grogan going to the end zone. But Nate Odoms makes a nice interception. Pass intended for McMurtry. Didn't get any better for Patriots beleaguered head coach Rod Rust. 3rd and 9, Jim Kelly. Is James Lofton open here, Tom?
Slightly.
Yeah. Ball was slightly underthrown. Otherwise, it would have been a touchdown instead of just 52 yards. Thurman Thomas, hurt last week in the first quarter against the Jets, had a big day. Here he takes the handoff, gains a tough 10 yards down to the 3. Next play, look at Kelly looking like J.C. Watts. Pitches it back to Thomas. Around Rod McSwain. Touchdown Bills. They lead it 14-0. Andre Reed was leveled by Maurice Hurst. Reminded him this is a divisional game. Then he gets leveled by the wall outside the end zone. Andre woozy, but he was all right. The man who was really all right was Thurman Thomas. 22 carries, 136 yards. Just so quick, getting through the hole, runs for 26 yards. McSwain saves the touchdown. Then the pitch around left end. Thurman runs for 15 more. Thurman had a TD. We mentioned his stats. He was back in form. Might not be the year of the Buffalo, but today in New England, it certainly was, as the Bills stomp on the New England Patriots 27-10. They lost 7 of their last 8 at Foxborough, but today it was, how you say, a veritable last. And tied with Jim Turner for second behind the longest streak of 30 by Fred Cox. New England at Philadelphia. And this game Would the real Eagles finally show up against the Patriot team that had lost 5 in a row? Steve Grogan playing with a hurt neck, looking for some protection to stay on his feet. Didn't get it as we thought on game day. Byron Evans levels him. And then Wes Hopkins